Cardano, once a beacon of hope, a flourishing ecosystem in the digital wilderness. But now a storm has descended. The price, once a soaring bird of paradise, has plummeted, crashing against the unforgiving cliffs of reality. Is this the end? Has the Cardano dream been swept away by the digital tide? Hold on, Cardano warriors, before despair takes hold, let's not forget the resilience of this mighty blockchain. The recent dip to 35 cents may be a harsh blow, but it's not the final chapter. In today's video, we'll be venturing into the heart of the price storm. We'll analyze the technical data with precision and dissect expert opinions like a decoder ring to the crypto enigma. But fear not, for on the horizon, a glimmer of hope shines. The recent upgrades to Cardano's blockchain could be the very force that propels it back to glory. These advancements have the potential to unleash a bullish wave unlike anything we've seen before. Will Cardano rise from the ashes, or is this a permanent fall from grace? We'll separate the FUD from the facts, the despair from the opportunity, and equip you with the knowledge you need to thrive in the ever-changing digital landscape. So, Cardano believers, let's unlock the secrets behind these upgrades and chart a course for a Cardano future that's brighter than ever before. Let's kick things off with some breaking news from the Cardano universe. Charles Hoskinson, the mastermind behind Cardano, recently stated that Cardano is waking up. What does this mean for Cardano ADA, and why should you care? Stick around as we unravel the future of this revolutionary blockchain. This is huge news for anyone following the Cardano news today. Cardano, one of the leading proof-of-stake blockchain networks, is waking up, according to founder Charles Hoskinson. Hoskinson's bullish social media posts came in response to some statistical data that showcases the performance of SundaeSwap v3. The third version of the popular AMM-based DEX went live on the Cardano mainnet last month. Its contracts now offer a substantially more efficient pricing model, and on top of that, the latest version of SundaeSwap now boosts a much higher capacity with 35 transactions per second. Theoretically, the third iteration of the popular DEX is capable of processing a whopping 907,200 orders in a single day. SundaeSwap v3 has processed roughly 9,264 orders over the past 24 hours alone, according to its chief technology officer over at Sunday Labs. Notably, the vast majority of these orders were executed in less than 1 minute. Now, Cardano used to suffer from network congestion, but SundaeSwap v3 is supposed to tackle this issue with much higher transaction throughput. This could result in a much higher total value locked on the blockchain. According to DeFi-Llama, Cardano is currently down at 29th place by TVL, falling behind many other projects. There are, of course, MinSwap, Lindigo, Liquid, and SundaeSwap among some of the biggest names on the Cardano ecosystem. But there's a little bit more we need to dive into. Okay, before we move on to the next piece of news, I wanted to take a look at some of the data when it comes to TVL. Total value locked by dollars is down 50.03% in the last 180 days. It's a very aggressive move to the downside. You can see here that we did peak this up at about $490 million, and now we're down here at $205 million. So a very aggressive decrease when it comes to the TVL for Cardano's ADA. But this isn't the true story. If we actually flip this into a native asset rather than a dollar-based value of what the asset is worth, well, we can start to see some differences. We can see that we're actually only down 17.94% when it comes to the native tokens that are no longer locked up. So although it might look like TVL has dropped very significantly at 50%, that is not an accurate representation to the actual amount of ADA that is locked up, that true TVL. Okay, this is just a representation that the price of ADA has been volatile, and we've seen slippage to the downside in the entire crypto market, representing itself as a 50% reduction when it comes to TVL. But the true representation of the actual native token is actually only 17.94%. And so the big takeaway here is that actually there's a long-term proposition for people who are locking up ADA for a significant period of time or believe in the future of the Cardano ecosystem overall. And it's only really 17.94% slippage versus the 50.03% that many of these articles are going to cover in the news. Obviously, 17.94 doesn't make a big splashy headline in the same way that 50% does, but it's very interesting to see, obviously, if you to kind of reflect on what a dollar value asset is worth versus the actual native asset. So I thought I'd bring this up here and kind of cover this off in the video so you guys get a better understanding as to kind of where the TVL actually sits versus that of what some of these articles are pointing out. Hoskinson emphasizes the awakening of Cardano, indicating significant progress and upcoming milestones that could skyrocket the value of Cardano ADA. Imagine being part of a crypto revolution where the price prediction for Cardano hits unprecedented heights. Yes, folks, this could be the moment we've all been waiting for. Speaking of milestones, let's talk about the major chain update that has the entire crypto community buzzing. Cardano recently welcomed a significant chain update, and it's a game changer. This update promises enhanced scalability and performance, making the Cardano blockchain more robust than ever before. If you're into Cardano staking, you'll love the improved efficiency this update brings. As one of the major avenues to keep up in the layer 1 blockchain scene, Cardano ADA has welcomed a new upgrade. According to the GitHub repo, this new update is dubbed Docker-Cardano-CLI v8.24.0.0-1 and was introduced by Belkin Labs. Cardano has always gained recognition for its position as the most developed blockchain network by GitHub commits. This latest upgrade notably adds to this recognition. The developer Belkin Labs helps to enhance Cardano stake pool operations with its developmental efforts. Now, while not much documentation was published for this latest update, judging by previous updates from Belkin Labs, this update is targeting boosting the staking accessibilities for users. Now, over the past year, Cardano has dived into various uncharted territories to try to enhance the overall ecosystem. One of the most important innovations is the Midnight Protocol, which aims to drive the concept of privacy in a futuristic manner. Besides Midnight, Cardano has also been driven more to the community trends surrounding meme coins. Over the past week, Cardano's founder Charles Hoskinson posted a picture of his pet pig named Nike, and the community transformed this animal into a meme coin whose valuation hit millions of dollars. Hoskinson expressed his shock at this cultural shift. This is not just another update, it's a leap forward. Cardano ADA is positioning itself as a leading player in the crypto world. So what does this mean for Cardano price predictions? Experts are already hinting at a potential surge in Cardano ADA price. If you've been holding onto your Cardano crypto, you might want to keep a close eye on these developments. But wait, there's more. Cardano recently saw an epic 34% surge in volume thanks to this new meme coin. Yes, you heard that right. Meme coins aren't just for fun anymore. They're impacting major cryptos like Cardano. This surge not only boosted Cardano ADA price, but also brought a lot of attention to the Cardano blockchain. Trading volume in open-ended futures on Cardano's ADA has increased by more than 34% in the last 24 hours. According to CoinGlass data, the turnover for ADA derivatives reached more than $272 million, putting the instrument in the top 15 by this metric. Is Nike behind Cardano's rise in popularity? It is likely that the spike in Cardano was caused by the hype surrounding a new meme coin called Nike. However, despite the name, this cryptocurrency has nothing to do with the world-famous sports brand. Nike is the nickname of Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson's pig, which he posted on social media accounts last week. To cut a long story short, enthusiasts quickly turned Nike into a meme coin that soared by more than 40,000% in 1 week, reaching a capitalization of more than $15 million at its peak, and this coin was only created 6 days ago. This surge is a testament to the growing interest and trust in Cardano's cryptocurrency. For those asking how to buy Cardano or looking to get into Cardano staking, now might be the perfect time. The increased volume and attention can potentially lead to more significant developments down the line. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Cardano price analysis. Recent reports highlight that Cardano ADA price is facing a crucial moment, where the price could swing between 30 cents and $1. This massive potential swing is what is making Cardano such an exciting cryptocurrency to watch. In the latest developments, Cardano is yet to make its grand price movement despite the token encountering elemental changes in its ecosystem. With the Chang hard fork upgrade on the cards, Cardano's future price has become a mystery that is in dire need of resolution. The latest Cardano fork upgrade is set to play a pivotal role in determining the future price path of ADA, which could eventually lead the token to either a fantastic rally or further decline. Cardano has been facing downward resistance, unable to break past the price range of 40 to 48 cents. The token is currently being extensively shorted, and this could actually be a fantastic setup for a huge run to the upside should we see a short squeeze. In the meantime, the Chang hard fork upgrade, which has been deemed a crucial fork update for ADA, is approaching hard and fast. The development has been amplifying the hopes of Cardano's community. The upgrade, which will usher in crucial governance options for its community, is set to bolster ADA's price by bringing in volume to the otherwise dehydrated Cardano ecosystem. Despite undergoing such elemental ecosystem changes, ADA's price has yet to show a bullish onset, which has been causing concerns within its community. The speculatory bandwagons are running amok, instigating new notions for ADA. With such upgrades in the pipeline, chances are that Cardano's ADA could either portray a stunning price onset that could help it touch $1, or we see a sell in the news event, forcing the price to go lower than 30 cents. Let's jump into the Cardano technical analysis now, where I will be sharing my short to medium term Cardano ADA price predictions. Okay guys, let's spend some time looking at the Cardano chart. Here we have ADA paired up with USDT. We're on the 1-day Binance chart, and we have seen a lot of slippage to the downside, right? Following on from the previous videos that we were talking about, we had scoped out this range between 33.83 and 37.49 cents. We obviously came down on the 18th of June to a low of 35.75. We came down again yesterday, setting a higher low at 36.1. We are of course finding this upper area of resistance that we also spoke about in the previous update at 38.86 to 40.95. Now this is going to be the key area where we're going to be finding resistance in my opinion, and if we want to be bullish on ADA, we're going to be looking for close positions above this range, above 41 cents essentially. Okay, this is a previous area of resistance that we saw back in November of 2023. We finally broke on through in December of 2023. Here we are, we were finding it as brief support over in April this year. We came back down and we did lose that most recently on the 18th of June. Okay, so we're in the range where we've been talking about for quite some time. The major area of support is down here at 34 to 35.6. Now obviously, as we like to kind of reference, we have our 200-day EMA as our trend filter. We are lower than our trend filter, basically indicating that on the daily time frame we are more bearish at the moment. We also have the yellow line, the 50 SMA, the blue line, the 50 EMA. These are also very negative at the moment as well, being lower than the 200 EMA and price being lower than those as well. Basically, short-term moving averages are lower than the longer-term moving averages, and the current price is lower than all the moving averages. Essentially, it's not the best place for Cardano ADA to be at the moment. Now, obviously, a lot of this was as expected, and I am expecting further decline still. I'm looking at a further move to the downside in my opinion here, where we are going to be looking for a potential move more towards those kind of 33-cent ranges before we have a bit more of a relief rally. And like I said before, we are tracking impulsive movements here when it comes to Cardano. Now I do believe that this one where I had this charted incorrectly before, we have the 5-wave drop coming here. This is the wave 2 rather than this being the wave 1, this being the wave 2. So with all that being said, nothing else really changes within our structures. So I'll show you what's going on here from that kind of point of view, right? So we have the wave 1, the wave 2, this is coming into our wave 3, up for 4, down into 5. Okay, this is where we don't want this to be, and we are looking for eventually a rally higher than 57.1 to kind of put us into a more bullish state of play. Ultimately, though, what I really want to see here is more of a double zigzag pattern because I think that would put us in a much stronger position overall. And to see that kind of playing out, we would have to kind of take into consideration that this little run up that we had here is actually just actually a reset for another move to the downside, meaning that we end up with the kind of the A, B, and C structure right here, which is definitely a possibility. Okay, so this is kind of where I want things to be personally, but I am cautious about the bigger macro kind of 5-wave move to the downside. Now, in here, we can see that we do have a more bearish situation kind of occurring at the moment, 1, 2, into 3, 4, and 5, and we can measure this to make sure that we're on the right kind of path here. You can see that this move to the downside actually just narrowly avoided 1.618. So again, it's actually still okay, but we haven't finished that wave 3 at the minute. Anything lower than the previous swing low at that 35.75 is going to basically indicate that we are impulsive here to the downside. For reference, we have the wave 1, the wave 2, the wave 3. We're in the wave 4 right now. We'll come down into that low range at 33.83, I think, will be where I'll be targeting out that little wave 5. That there is basically going to complete a wave 3. We then have the wave 4 up, and then we move down a little bit deeper where we are targeting out lower than 30 cent in my opinion, right? So I know there's a lot of hope in the news, there's lots of hope around the Chang hard fork and all of these things, but this could just be a end of move here, right? This can be a pattern where we end up with a larger kind of A, B, and C structure like so. This is kind of where I want things to be, because although our 1.618 trigger point did get hit, I'm not liking the structures that are internally sitting there. So I do think this is the most probable outcome, but I'm aware that there's also those more bearish situations occurring here for Cardano. This does mean that this will be the end of our correction, and we'll then look for a really good run to the upside. Now, as I've been talking about many times before, on a macro scale, we were looking for anywhere really between 25.75 and 42.31 to basically complete out a correction on a macro scale. If I bring this up into our weekly time frame, right in here, and just bring this into view, you can see that we had a 5-wave move to the upside. This is followed by a correction, which would be 50 to 88.2%, which is this yellow box between 25.75 and 42.31. And that is exactly what we're tracking right now. And this means that we'll be looking for another fantastic 5-wave move to the upside afterwards. And the minimum expectation is to mirror the first 5 waves. But I suspect that we're actually going to have an impulsive break to the upside where we actually go up significantly further. So although this seems really bearish and a lot of people are hating on Cardano, I think this is a huge opportunity to build out those positions ahead of what happens next. I've been through this many times before, but this is exactly what you want. You want that initial surge to the upside when you anchor in a bear market low. And then you want to buy the retracement. Buying the retracement is the best thing to kind of getting into a crypto market, in my opinion, knowing that you've got an area where you know that the price is unlikely to go down lower. So for example, if you were to come down to, let's say, 30 cents, you go long, you put your stop loss lower than the previous bear market low. So let's just say we want to go down lower than 22 cents. So we put a stop loss down there, and then we can target out in a really good long position with good risk management to some pretty phenomenal heights. And this would be a fantastic way to use leverage rather than just spot buying on Cardano ADA. Now, of course, if I am to use leverage, I'm going to be using BitGet or Blowfin, of which are my 2 go-to exchanges when it comes to leverage-based trading. There are links for these in the description down below. If you haven't yet got an account with them, check it out. Guys, I don't think you will regret it. They are fantastic exchanges and really intuitive and easy to use. So do check them out. And if you are looking for more details, why don't join us in our free Discord, also linked in the description below. Now, in terms of Cardano, with all of this fantastic news, I am still targeting out pretty much the same kind of levels. We're looking at $5.34 to $12.73 on the more conservative side, and $34 if we do end up mirroring what happened with the first 5 waves that we saw in 2020 to 2021. As I said earlier, right, and I'll bring this up here, when you have a 5-wave pattern like this, it is going to be followed by a 3-wave correction, okay, and then that's going to be followed by another 5-wave movement. That is your minimum expectation. It is known as a zigzag pattern, an A, B, C, right? And what we've got here on a macro scale is 5 waves up, 3 waves down. We're looking for the next 5 waves up. And if we do mirror a 1-to-1, as in we have the 17,000%, then we're going to be targeting out $38. I know it seems crazy. A lot of people don't believe that, you know, market caps can go that high. I'm not even going to get into that argument again. But ultimately, this is how Elliott wave theory works. It's a psychology thing. It tracks and maps people's behaviors. Based on all of this, this is where the data suggests things are going. Okay, these are just facts, not my opinion. You know, personally, I'm more conservative. I think somewhere in this range between $5 and $12. But, you know, I can't argue with the rules behind Elliott Wave theory, and it says $38. So we have a really good start here to this bullish market. First 5 waves are up, 3 waves are going down in a 3-3-5 corrective pattern, in my opinion. And from here, we look for the next big 5-wave move to the upside, which will mirror something from September 2020 up to May of 2021. That's the kind of scale of what I'm looking for here in that next big move, which will be a fantastic 5-wave movement, probably up towards that $5 level. And if we do see that and we do hit that 1.618 trigger point, I'll be looking for 3 waves down, followed by an additional 5 waves to the upside, where we'll be looking for some phenomenal numbers on Cardano ADA. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are on all of this in the comments down below. If you have found it useful, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe. And if you haven't done so yet, check this video out and stay up to date with some of the other projects in the crypto space.